Hi guys, Ian from footballboots.co.uk here, and today we're talking about the leather Ace 15.1. These were released at the same time as the synthetic 15.1s. You'll have seen the review on the channel already. If you haven't, check it out now. Watch this first, up to you. Make sure you watch them both. Okay, so this has got a K leather upper. You're going to see them worn by the likes of Frank Lampard, Philipp Lahm, all those kind of players who like to wear leather Adidas boots. You could see them wearing these. You can think of them as a bit of a successor to the 11 Pro, the Adipure range. We're going to find out a little bit more about these now. So, design-wise, we're looking at the same as the synthetic versions, apart from the control web over the top. Instead, you've got this black leather on the forefoot here, and then you've got this big solid color at the heel. Kind of got to be thinking, reminding you a little bit of the Predator Manias. You got this 3 stripes design that rolls underneath onto the sole plate and then back round again. Again, exactly the same as the synthetic Ace. And that's about it colorway wise. It's a pretty good looking boot. It's going to stand out real nice on the pitch. Decent leather colorway. The Ace has got this wider last, the same as you'll find on the synthetic version. And the great thing for that wide-footed player is the leather on here is going to stretch and mold to your foot. So as you wear them, they're going to break in really nice and they're going to fit very well to your foot. So if you've been a fan of the 11 Pros and that kind of fit, then you're going to get the same from these. You've got that little bit extra width in them. K-leather itself is really nice and soft out of the box. And I'd suggest going true to size because they will stretch and just mold to your foot, as I said, over time. So break-in wise, these are going to be great. The soft leather upper is just going to feel really good straight away. It's going to take a little while for you to get used to wearing them, for it to mold to your foot, but as it does over time, it's going to feel great. And then you've got the benefit of the synthetic on the heel here, and that's just going to give you this nice fit, and that will take a little bit longer to break in, but you're not going to notice it because this is the important bit of the boot when you're playing. And then you've got the sole plate. It's a little bit stiff at first, but nothing really too much to worry about, and they're going to break in real nice and easy, and they're just going to feel good to wear. So designed to suit those players who've been wearing the Adipures, the 11 Pro range. You can see the leather mark here, and this entire forefoot is in the leather. It's got the stitching here, and this is to make sure that it keeps its shape over time. With a leather boot, you either have to stretch it over the internal skeleton like they did on the last 11 Pros, or do what they've done here and stitch it to keep it all in one piece, and it just fits really nice. Goes together really well. It's going to mold around your feet nice and quickly. You got this off-center lacing, which is just giving you this slightly larger striking area, which is a little bit of a benefit as well with these. So let's talk a little bit about the sole plate. This is the total control. You might notice a few little differences here. This is a sample pair, so we have got slightly different things used on the sole plate that didn't quite make it into the final version. You'll see little coloration changes and stuff, and the color anyway is different to that you find on the sole of the synthetic ones. Now, what you've got on this one is the conical studs everywhere, and these are suited to artificial grass. A little bit of concern for me because I wouldn't really necessarily be wanting to play regularly on artificial grass wearing leather boots. You are going to damage the leather. It's just too much abrasion around these areas, and there's no built-in protection or anything like that for here. So personally, I would have liked to have seen Adidas go with more of a straight up firm ground sole for this version, and then have a soft ground version as well, because to be honest, you don't really want to be playing too much on 3G pitches wearing these. Doesn't necessarily suit. Otherwise, the sole itself is good for 3G Astro pitches. It is designed for that. It's this combo deal, and I talk a lot more about that in the synthetic Ace video, which you can check out if you haven't already. So one thing to note about these is they do say that the NSG, the non-stop grip, is used on the leather Aces, but it's only deployed in this area here because it can only be on the synthetic. They can't apply it to the leather. So it's pointless for these boots. You're not going to need any non-stop grip on any of the area around the back here. You only need it in areas where you touch and control the ball. So it's just a marketing thing that they say that it's mentioned here. Practically, it doesn't mean anything. So talking about protection, durability with these, you've got this nice thick leather vamp, and it's going to give you pretty decent protection for a football boot. Not anything kind of above and beyond. It doesn't have any foam or anything in there, but it's going to be way better than some of your synthetics and your really thin boots. It's a nice quality leather, and it's going to look after your feet. So it's a decent boot for that. Durability wise, they are going to last you a long time, but you've got to look after them, so don't play with them too much on artificial grass pitches or anything like that. You're going to break it down, and then the leather itself, you've got to look after it. You've got to make sure you're applying dub into it. You've got to treat them right, and then they will last you a long time, especially with this combination makeup of the natural materials at the front and then the synthetic materials at the back. It gives you a really durable boot if you look after it. If you don't, then this leather will fall apart very quickly over the time, so be nice to it and they'll be nice to you. Overall, these are one of my favorite boots that have come out of the recent X and Ace releases, the 15.1 range. I really think that this is one of those real kind of football boots. If you like a leather boot, you like Adidas styling, then these are definitely a pair for you to consider. A lot of good things about them. They really feel good when you wear them. It's a comfortable boot. A lot of people should consider these. Could be the way to go for you. All right guys, thanks for watching this review of the Ace Leather 15.1. We've got lots more reviews, unboxings, competitions, play tests. We've got a bunch of YouTubers making videos for us, so make sure you stay tuned to the channel. Make sure you're on our Instagram, okay? Follow us on there. Make sure you're on Twitter, follow us on that, okay? Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. As always, I'm sure you have, so thank you again very much for that. All right guys, I'm gonna go and play a little bit more football. Go do the same yourself. See you later.